Have you ever felt like there's more to the story than what we're told? Like unseen forces are shaping our world, influencing the news we consume, the trends we follow, and even the thoughts we think. It's a feeling. Many of us share a sense that we're only seeing the surface of a much deeper, more complex reality. Today, we're pulling back the curtain to explore some fascinating ideas about global influence and power structures. Let's start with a concept that has intrigued thinkers for centuries: the idea of a hidden hand. Now, this isn't about spooky conspiracies, but about understanding how powerful networks and institutions can guide societal trends. Think about major international forums where leaders in business, politics, and technology meet. Groups like the World Economic Forum or the Bilderberg Group are often discussed in this context. While their stated goal is to tackle global challenges through dialogue, the private nature of these meetings and the immense influence of their attendees naturally lead to questions. When a small group of individuals, who collectively control vast amounts of wealth and resources, gather to discuss the future, their conclusions can have a ripple effect across the globe. Their decisions can influence everything from international trade policies to the development of new technologies. It's not necessarily a secret plot, but a natural consequence of concentrated power. The ideas and agreements forged in these closed-door sessions can set the agenda for public debate, shaping the very framework of what we consider possible or important. Now, let's talk about the puppet master analogy. It's a powerful image, suggesting the leaders we see are just playing out a script written by someone else. While it's a dramatic metaphor, it helps us analyze the intricate webs of influence that exist. Consider the world of finance. A handful of massive investment firms manage trillions of dollars in assets. They are major shareholders in a huge number of the world's top corporations. This gives them a significant say in the direction these companies take, influencing decisions that affect millions of jobs and entire economies. This influence extends into the political arena through lobbying and campaign funding. When powerful financial interests support certain policies or candidates, it can sway the political landscape. It's a system where economic power translates into political power, creating a feedback loop that reinforces the status quo. This isn't about a single entity pulling all the strings, but a complex ecosystem of interconnected interests working to protect and expand their influence. The puppet masters aren't one person, but rather a system of incentives and power dynamics that favor a select group. So what happens behind closed doors? This is where we examine the culture of secrecy and exclusivity surrounding many of these powerful groups. The lack of transparency is a major point of concern for many observers. When decisions that impact all of us are made without public scrutiny or input, it can erode trust in our institutions. The logic is simple. If these discussions are for the betterment of humanity, why not hold them in the open for all to see and contribute to? Take, for instance, the revolving door between government and the private sector. It's common for high-ranking government officials to leave public service and take lucrative positions on the boards of major corporations they once regulated, and vice versa. This creates potential conflicts of interest and fosters a culture where the lines between public service and private gain become blurred. It suggests a cozy relationship between regulators and the regulated, raising questions about whether decisions are truly being made in the public's best interest. Let's also consider the role of media and information. In our digital age, the flow of information is faster and more voluminous than ever. But who controls the platforms we use to get our news and share our ideas? A few tech giants hold unprecedented power over the digital public square. Their algorithms determine what content goes viral and what gets buried. This gives them the ability to shape public opinion and control narratives on a global scale. The subtle curation of information, what we see and what we don't, can manipulate our perception of reality without us even realizing it. It's important to approach this topic with a critical but open mind. The world is complex, and attributing every event to a grand, coordinated plan can be misleading. However, ignoring the immense concentration of wealth and power and its potential to shape our world would be equally naive. The key is to understand the systems and structures at play. We need to look at how think tanks, non-governmental organizations, multinational corporations, and media conglomerates interact and influence each other. For example, A report from a prominent think tank, funded by specific corporate interests, can be picked up by major news outlets, influencing public opinion and putting pressure on politicians to act in a certain way. It's a sophisticated and often subtle process of manufacturing consent. This isn't about men in smoke-filled rooms plotting world domination, but about the logical, self-interested actions of powerful groups within a system that allows their influence to be amplified. So, what can we do? The first step is awareness. By understanding these dynamics, we become more discerning consumers of information and more engaged citizens. We can start asking tougher questions of our leaders and demanding greater transparency from our institutions. Supporting independent journalism and diverse sources of information is crucial to breaking free from curated narratives. When we understand the game, we are less likely to be played by it. It's about reclaiming our cognitive sovereignty and our ability to think for ourselves based on a wide range of information. It means questioning the official story, looking for who benefits from a particular policy or narrative, and following the money. This isn't about falling into cynicism, but about embracing a healthy skepticism and a desire for truth. It's a call to be more vigilant, more educated, and more active in shaping a future that is fair, open, and truly democratic. The world may be more interconnected and influenced by powerful interests than we'd like to believe, but that doesn't mean we are powerless. Knowledge itself is a form of power. By continuing to learn, discuss, and question, we shine a light on the shadows and take the first step toward a more transparent world for everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive today. If you found this exploration insightful, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, stay curious and think critically.